In this video, I will show you another useful, tasty, and simple daily meal plan for weight loss. We all have different and individual needs, but there is one option for 1200 to 1400 calories, or 1400 to 1600, and 1600 to 1200 Voltron, which is included in the daily menu. I named this eating program Basic because it is very simple and easy to manage. It is designed for people who don't have time to cook and work. There are no complex recipes here, everything is straightforward and easy to handle, even for those who can't cook. Let's start with breakfast by boiling one chicken egg, which takes about 10 minutes. In the meantime, prepare couscous by pouring boiling water over it. I took 1 cup and poured in 2 cups of boiling water, added about half a teaspoon of salt, mixed it, covered it, and left it for 7 to 10 minutes. Couscous will absorb the water and be ready. Any meal becomes better and tastier if you add fresh vegetables to it. Today, I have cherry tomatoes in the menu. As you can see, it's prescribed as 100 or 150 grams, whichever you prefer. By the way, I ended up with a few more tomatoes than needed. The eggs are already cooked, so now I just need to peel them. It's essential to weigh the products in the final form for the menu, so now, using kitchen scales, I measure the amount of couscous I need. If I have leftover couscous, I can use it the next day in my diet, or my family can help me finish it. Add a little bit of butter, about 5 grams, a small piece to the hot couscous so that it melts immediately, and now, of course, the tomatoes. The final touch is to add 1 egg, lightly salted and seasoned with a little pepper. This way, we have a beautiful and, most importantly, healthy breakfast. For a snack, I have 150 grams of yogurt. I use Greek yogurt. It's essential to use natural yogurt without additives, homemade is preferable. Add 5 grams of honey, which is slightly less than a teaspoon, and 250 grams of fruits like a pear and a small apple. You can choose any fruits depending on the season, except bananas since their calorie content is higher. Also, include 30 grams of nuts, preferably not roasted but blanched or oven-dried. For a snack during the day is quite filling, and the meal plan includes not only menus but also general recommendations and tips on how to use it correctly. Besides, it's vital to drink the required amount of water during the day, and you can also enjoy your favorite beverages like tea or coffee without sugar. Unfortunately, except for 1 cup of coffee with a small amount of milk, up to 50 milliliters, you can have during the day. For lunch, we have a meat dish, and I chose chicken fillet to cook a bit more so that it's enough for the next day. First, I sprinkle both sides of the fillet with salt, using pink Himalayan salt and other natural spices without preservatives, sugar, or salt, and bake it in the oven in foil. It turns out very juicy, though the taste is not as natural as boiled fillet since we use natural spices. I have rubbed the fillet on both sides and now wrap each piece in foil. Besides fillet, you can use any other lean meat, for example, chicken thighs. Now that the fillets are wrapped in tight little packets, place them in a baking dish and bake in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about an hour. You can take it out a bit earlier for even juicier and tender meat. While the chicken is baking, let's prepare the garnish, which is buckwheat for today. Measure 1 cup of buckwheat, rinse it thoroughly, add 2 cups of water, a pinch of salt, and cook it for 10 minutes under a closed lid over low heat. I will now show you an alternative to fresh vegetables, frozen green beans. You can use any frozen vegetables, it's a great option. As for fresh vegetables, I briefly cooked green beans for 5 minutes until tender, then added 5 grams of butter to the buckwheat. Don't worry, as we only use 10 grams of butter throughout the day, which is very little and not critical. Unwrap the baked chicken fillet from the foil and slice it into convenient pieces. I cut them into slices. As you can see in the video, it turned out very tender and juicy. Also, add 5 milliliters of olive oil, just drizzle it over the green beans. If you're preparing a salad with fresh vegetables, use it as dressing. So, we have a very filling, tasty, and visually appealing lunch today. As a bonus, I decided to include a small collection of simple recipes that can be easily integrated into the menu. I believe that having a choice is crucial, so in this menu, you can choose how you want to cook your meat products or vegetables, depending on your taste or what you have at home. For dinner today, I will prepare a salad with fresh vegetables and use the chicken we cooked earlier. You can create any salad with the fresh vegetables available to you. I'm making mine today with cucumber and Chinese cabbage. The menu specifies 300 grams of vegetables, and I sliced 100 grams of cucumber, 150 grams of cabbage, and 50 grams of greens. Dress it with 5 milliliters of olive oil, a bit of salt, and mix everything. Additionally, I added a tablespoon of lemon juice, which you can freely include in the salad, even if it's not written in the menu. The chicken I haven't warmed up, it's a bit like ham straight from the fridge. It can be used for various purposes, so I decided to slice it and add it to the salad. Also, include 35 grams of cheese, For me it's mozzarella since I didn't have any other at home this time. If you feel that the portion is too big, you can reduce the amount of vegetables since the menu specifies 200 to 300 grams. Personally, I prefer generous portions, especially in the evening, so I don't feel hungry before bed. This way, I won't be bothered by hunger pangs.